Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name's ShiftDogs24 and we're getting straight in here as I've decided to have the intro as a failed clip of me on GT Sport here, but today is not for failures. Today is to send off GT Sport here because of course we have Gran Turismo 7 in almost about a week or so's time. This was just a clip of when I failed getting third at this track, which was nice. Yeah, this is it then. This is my final GT Sport video. Gonna be making some Gran Turismo 7 content when it comes out, but of course we need to wait for that first. Yeah, so this was a race that I was able to get almost a month ago now. This was the 30th of January I got this. But let's look at my qualifying then. I show you the qualifying, and I also have a brilliant race to show you guys as well with replay cameras, because I figured out how to save replay. I know, give myself a gold star, put myself on the student of the week award. But here we go then. This is my qualifying lap. Big thanks to Super GT. He didn't show me it personally, but I watched his video, and he definitely gave us some tips here to get the line right. Oh my god. Into this, you can see how much time I've saved. I end up saving almost a second in this lap. So yeah, thanks to him for showing me the line. Well, not personally obviously, but I watched his video and I looked at the lines he took and when to brake as well, which definitely helped me out a lot and helped me raise my grid position. So I was fairly near the back of the pack on some of my first races, but I decided to try and improve my qualifying lap. And I was able to do it here. So yeah, there was still a few mistakes in this lap. I'm not going to say it was perfect, but you'll see the amount of time that I save here when I of course cross the line. But yeah, obviously I could have got a little bit less wide there and probably would have saved a bit of time, but I was still satisfied enough with this lap. And it was able to put me fairly high in my CS rated lobbies. I know I'm very highly rated in Gran Turismo, of course, but yeah, there you go, 1 minute 32.0838. That's what you're getting, and this is a livery I used. I'm using the Supra for GR3 because that's the best car for this track, and I made this livery myself using the Gran Turismo tools. But here we go. This is the race, and this is the lobby that we went into. CS, and I was half a second off of first for their qualifying time. Starting fourth, and well, let's have a lovely race here at Interlagos, one of my most favourite tracks in the F1 game. Been pretty good on GT Sport as well, but we'll have to see how well we can do here at this race. My final race to send off GT Sport, because of course they've announced that we're going to keep our driver ratings from this game and convert them into next game, and they said that they were going to cut it off February 15th. It's now February 25th, so I haven't played GT Sport since after February 15th really, because there's not much point. You're not going to raise your driver rating anymore, not at least until, well, because I'm assuming you're going to play Gran Turismo 7. Anyway, the lights are out. Enough of that tangent. Now to get into this brilliant race. 16 runners, 5 laps, no fuel tyre wear to contend with, just pure racing for these 5 laps here. We got a Porsche 911 RSR ahead. Yeah, there's the replay cameras coming in clutch, showing my brilliant livery which, you know, if enough people want to see it public, then I can of course upload it and then you guys can use it. But yeah, this is just the one I'm using. I love the black and purple. I think very nice colour combination. Again, enough about my car though. Let's focus more on my driving here. So we've got the Porsche here. They've got their hazard lights flicking, but we send it round the outside here in sector 2. Still side by side with the Porsche actually, but of course we get the inside of this corner, and we have our Austrian friend here who plays a very key role throughout this race, always with me throughout this race. And we're quickly going to have a little look at how I did it from an off-board camera here on the guy in the Porsche. So right round the outside, almost getting onto the grass, where I did touch it a little bit, but not enough to send me spinning, and the Austrian just follows me through, which is fair enough in this Peugeot. So yeah, the Peugeot was a nice fair guy, so I did enjoy this race with him. What I don't enjoy is going off wide here and him now coming right for me and going and overtaking in front of me. However, he has done this move very early on here in this start-finish straight. So can we get him back here down into turn 1? Yes, we can. Late on the brakes, parking the car perfectly so he is blocked off, and that will put me up into P3 once again. But can this man come back for another attack? That is the question here. Of course, the Supra is good around here because of its straight line speed. I'm not really sure what the strengths of the Peugeot are, but I think it's a pretty good all-rounder, so we might be seeing him a lot more. And the thing that I am seeing him in is down my outside here, because as we go up to this corner, I'm going to be late on the brakes again. He turns into me. Luckily, I don't think that was too salty from either of us, and I'm able to stick ahead and keep him behind. But that was a close call there. Decent defending from myself, finally doing some good defending, and hopefully we can try and make a gap and get away from this driver here. But it does help us out there because he goes off there, and that has led the BMW to go straight through. So up into 4th the BMW is. Austrian's got to do a bit of work here to get back towards me, as we actually see that Porsche that I overtook on lap 1 going off there. So clearly struggling in this race. And up ahead, speaking of struggling, we can see someone with a penalty there. So can this help us out? Can this help us bridge the gap? We'll have to see. Setting a personal best lap there, but that's kind of a given because it's lap 2. So of course you don't have a start where you're slower off, and instead you can get faster from there. But here was a replay then of that earlier part where the Austrian went down me inside here, and then we overtook him right at the end of this straight. So it's a pretty good move, and I'm glad that I was in the Supra and he was in the Peugeot here. That definitely probably did help in me re-overtaking. Otherwise, probably would have been left in the dust here. But luckily, using the OP car, believe it or not, it does really help you out. So we've made a massive gap now, because the Austrian has got past the BMW and is now ahead of him, but that fighting has caused a massive gap, 2 seconds there. This is lap 3 now, and Polish driver up ahead here. He's I don't know what he's doing really. He's sort of there, but I'm not really catching him. All 3 of us up ahead, or well, myself and the 2 up ahead, are using the Supra here. So clearly the best car, at least for this track. Go a little bit wide there, so lose some time, but luckily I didn't step on the power too much to make myself spin. I've definitely done that mistake one too many times, but luckily mostly flawless throughout this race. So yeah, Something that isn't flawless though is, well, that exit a little bit for myself, but more for the Polish driver who gets himself a 2-second time penalty. That is massive. And he goes wide here again, so I suspect another penalty. We look to go for the move on the outside here. Yep, he goes up to a 2.5 second penalty, but I don't know, he just decides to not brake there at all, so I kind of saw that come in, if I'm being honest, which was why I also went off a little bit, because I tried to avoid him, and I just decided, you know what, why don't we stick behind this car. We're clearly going to overtake him because of his large penalty, so that can definitely help, but the guy in first has spun it. He spun it, so now we're elevated up into P2 here, and all we have is the super up ahead who's got a penalty, so if we play our cards right we can get the win here. Let's quickly look at a replay then. So this was when this guy decided to, I don't even know what he decided to do, he just decided to go straight on there, and I was lucky that I didn't continue to go side by side with him into that corner, otherwise I fear it would have gone off. But this guy here, I don't know what first was doing. It's a bit unfortunate. He was clearly a fast guy. He was of course 0.5 seconds ahead, but at least in my qualifying time, and he was fairly far up in the ahead in the road there. But I think what happened was got a bit too eager on the power. I've done that mistake before many a time there, as you saw at the start of the video. Then mine was more the curb. But still nonetheless, same principle here. But into the final lap then, we just have the Polish driver ahead, but he is really slowing us down here. I braked where I should be, really, at least where Super GT has told me to. Thank you, Super GT. Yeah, braked at the right time there. He broke way too early. But now we've got the Austrian who's going to have a look there. I tried to use all the slipstream I could from the guy who got the penalty, but the Austrian is right on my tail here and going really wide on that corner, pixel perfect almost. I reckon if I'd gone too far, much more over, then I would have got a penalty there. Luckily no penalty. It's the same thing again though, and we're able to take the inside, block the Austrian off, and we're still in the lead here as we go down into the second sector of Interlagos here. Almost at the end. It's within sight. Please, 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 do not make a mistake here. We go a little bit wide, but luckily I'm not too fast on the power there. And now we come around the final corner pretty much, and the Austrian, he's been forced off a little bit here from a late dive from the Portuguese man in the SLS. But none of that matters though, of course, not at least for us, because now we come home through this final straight to win the Interlagos Brazilian Grand Prix, my second win on GT Sport, and most likely my final one on GT Sport, as we now go into Gran Turismo 7, of course, very close, less than a week or so away. And well, there's the results there. So Austrian man, I feel bad for him. I'll show you the dive, but yeah, success for myself. There you go, 2 wins for Spaniel underscore 74, Chief Dog 74, whatever you want to call myself. Yeah, brilliant. Day Race B, another win, 47 grand as well, lovely jubbly. Level 34 is what I end off GT Sport with. But yeah, what a race. I did not expect myself to win that one. But of course, if you just capitalise on mistakes of other drivers, then you can really get the jump on them. And that's what we did today. So nice win for myself, but this was how it all went wrong for the Austrian on the final lap. Just a late lunge from the AMG here, and the Mercedes at least, and the Austrian couldn't do much there, couldn't catch up before the final finish line. So unfortunate for himself, but there we have it for myself. brilliant race for myself. Yeah, nice. So that's going to round it out then. There you go. There's a confirmation of the Road to Gran Turismo 7 what's its name, event, and the daily races at the time of recording, which of course was late January. So there you have it though. This has been my final video on GT Sport. Nice way to end it off with a bang, a second win on this account, and hopefully in GT7 I'll play it a little bit more, and I'll be able to get some more wins. Hopefully, that's the aim anyway. But we go into GT7 with C and S as our ranks. So anyway, if you did enjoy, be sure to hit the like button, comment on anything you enjoyed below, subscribe if you like all of my content. We'll be seeing you in Gran Turismo 7, won't we? Yes, we will. We will. Okay, thank you. But until then, this has been Chief Dog 74, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video, whenever that is. See ya.